All right, we crack it in. This is
episode 3.
I'm just saying episode 3 because I'm just saying. You just saying. We just saying what I'm just saying. I'm just saying a whole lot. I'm just saying episode 3. All right, let's go. So now you got the headphones on and I don't.
Yeah, it's okay. You seen them before, Joe Rogan.
I know. But what Joe said, he was like, put the headphones on so you don't overtalk each other.
Ah, so you don't overtalk each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I'm gonna try it.
You gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
So when you talking to it, what do I hear?
Are you just gonna hear yourself?
It just sounds muffled. I don't hear nothing.
Go ahead. Do you hear you?
I always hear me.
Do you hear you through here?
No.
You don't? What do you hear?
Nothing.
Hold on. Let me hear it. Hear to me. I'm just curious. Go ahead.
So I'm talking to this?
Yeah.
I can hear you. You hear me?
Yeah.
How you hear me?
I can hear
I don't
you.
hear me. I hear me. I hear me through my head.
You're supposed to.
Well, I hear me through my head. So I'm just saying, I don't hear shit in these goddamn headphones. So I'm going to take these shit. Oh, I do kind of, now that you mention it, I got to think about it.
Right.
Because I'm kind of dumb. So, now that you mention it, I guess I can kind of hear me. I guess I'm waiting for me to hear me after I finish talking. Right, then I'll hear me.
You want to hear like
something? I don't know. I don't goddamn know. I don't know. But I guess I do kind of hear me.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Hello,
my man.
Who are you?
I'm Dwayne, and you are?
Oh, I thought you were Skip.
No, I'm only Skip on good days.
On good days. How did you get that name, Skip?
Oh gosh. So anyway. So when I got to the military, I used to say damn Skippy, because remember back in the 80s?
Yes.
You damn Skippy, you damn Skippy.
Yep.
So I used to say damn Skippy.
Right.
So one of my friends was like, use that term so much, I'm going to call you Skippy.
Ah.
Right.
It makes sense, too, because you are an upbeat person.
Right.
Yeah.
So he called me Skippy. But then the other guys that came to you and was like, yo ass, when you get drunk, first of all, I walk on my toes.
Right.
So I'm bouncing around. It says like, and your ass skip from girl to girl to girl to girl. We just gonna call your ass goddamn Skip.
It makes sense.
Right. Because I'm like, hell, you say no? Okay, the next one. You say okay. I just skip my ass around so somebody say yeah.
It's a perfect nickname.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you're upbeat.
Yeah.
And you do mess around.
I do mess around.
And you say you was using the word Skippy, so I guess that all fits.
Right. Because I was your damn Skippy. Damn Skippy.
I didn't earn mine. I just stole mine from my dad. My dad was Dirty Red.
Really?
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
he, I don't know. I didn't know that either. And so, you get to that age, like 9 or 10, you answer the phone. They'd be like, hey, can I speak to Red? I'm like, who the hell's Red? You know what I mean?
But your dad dark.
Huh?
Your dad was dark skinned though, yeah? No?
Yeah, he was dark skinned. Dark like you. I didn't even know who they were talking about. I was like, who?
Right.
And I'm like, who's on the phone? I'd be like, I don't know, they asked for Red. And they're like, oh, that's for your father. I was like, and then people come over and be like, hey, is your Uncle Red here? I mean, it's Uncle Red here. And I was like, Uncle Red? And I had to put it together, but I never asked, like, what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean? And then one of his brothers always called him Red. He was like, where's Red? Oh, Peckerhead. Where's your Peckerhead? Where's Peckerhead at? And then when he come, he'd say, hey, Red. And they would talk. I'd be like, what the fuck is Red? You know what I mean?
So what did Red mean for him?
I think someone told me that he was always into a lot of stuff. He was getting in a lot of trouble. But I don't know. They never put it together. Like, why it was Dirty Red.
Right.
And then how it just became Red. But either way,
so
I just stole it.
Oh, okay.
When I did my first music video, I said, so what do you require? I said, Dirty Red. I said my dad's name.
Yeah, because I was like, what? That nigga is red. Kind of dirty.
I just took it. I didn't even earn nothing.
We don't bathe every day and shit. So
this is
Dirty
horrible.
Red got a fence. I guess I don't know. I'm just playing.
Right.
So we don't bathe every day.
Yeah.
Back on that, we can talk about that in bathing every day. Because
that was a topic.
It was a topic.
Recently.
Yes.
Right.
Is it necessary?
Do you bathe every day?
No. With a capital no. This mic is catching so much hell right now.
Yeah. If we had an editor, that'd be hot.
Right.
Why
is he screaming in the goddamn mic?
Right.
No. For what? Listen. People like, well, your balls are sweaty and blah, blah, blah. Are you licking them? Are you looking at my balls right now?
Right.
Are you sniffing them right now?
Right.
If those answers are no,
right,
then why do you care?
Why do you care?
Why do you care?
I guess it's like that you should care smelling yourself. But I guess if you,
well, I don't get that.
If you're
funky.
pleased, then I guess it doesn't really matter.
Right, I don't get that funky.
Right.
I ain't never had nobody say, "Ooh, the one you think." Like, yeah, so I'm now going to take this even further. I think, and it's no science behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think as we age, we stink less because we're not trying to find the mate.
This is man science, bro science.
This is bro science. It's straight up bro science. I ain't no scientist. But, you know, we got kids.
Right.
That 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, oh my God. Them niggas stink.
One of my children, I'm not going to name no names,
Right.
refuses to bathe.
Right.
And everybody knows.
Nigga, you stink.
I got to rewind you. I got to say, hey, man, come on.
Come on.
And you know what's weird about that? It's always the one who doesn't bathe. When you tell them to bathe, they get offended. It's like, I'm actually doing you a solid by telling you, hey, man, you stink.
You stink.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Because I picked up my son from school one day, and I said, God damn, you smell like a fucking Whopper. You smell like a straight up Whopper. I'm at Burger King right now.
Right.
You smell, all I smell is onions. You stink. Did you take a bath today?
Right.
Yeah. Nigga, you lying. You ain't watched nail part of your, because you stink.
Yeah, horribly.
My baby girl, she 10.
Mm-hmm.
Her ass stink. She stink like hell. If you don't take your little stinking ass up to that room and take a bath, because you stink.
Yeah.
But they say that there is no actual scientific proof that we release pheromones.
Really?
You know, right. They say there's no proof. You know, other species, ants, so they release pheromones to attract the mate. Okay. But I'm thinking, well, hell, if we stink when we in our reproductive age, and we stink less when we're less reproducctive,
makes sense.
It only makes sense
that there are pheromones.
Right.
We're trying to wash them off.
We wash them
those
off.
pheromones.
Right.
That makes sense.
I guess.
I have a friend of mine who has OCD, and she bathes all the time. She bathes after she takes a dump. She'll bathe. No bullshit.
Wow.
Yes.
She stays sick though, don't she?
Yes.
Yeah, because she washed all the good germs off. She washed too goddamn much. That's the problem. She washed too goddamn much. So I'm gonna go out. Again, because I like to flip something. One of the women I was dating, she was real big on douching because she wanted her pussy to stink. This bitch douched all the goddamn good bacteria out the pussy.
How do you know?
Because I was dating her. That's how I know.
But how do you know like what the good stuff is?
I don't know what no. I don't. She went to the hospital because she was fucked up. And it was like, you douche too much.
Yeah.
You need to keep the good bacteria in, and you washing it all out. Right. So all the bad bacteria is having a field day in your ass.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a ghost town.
Right. Like, oh shit, we gonna play this.
Right. It's like robbing a bank and there's no one there to stop you.
No one there.
Right.
Or you're like, we gonna rob the bank, but we gotta have security take the guns away.
Right.
They there,
but
they ain't got no guns.
Like London with the clubs, Billy clubs.
Well, London don't play that bullshit. See, that's the part you don't understand. Everybody talk about England don't have guns.
Well, back then, did they have guns back then? You know, the whole big myth, the one with the big hats in the club.
Oh well, no, that's the guards. They had guns. The guards, the Imperial guards at the castle.
Okay.
Do they have guards?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
But how about
I know they were saying at one time that they stopped having the police carry guns. They changed that shit.
Yeah, well, they have to in today's
world. Yeah, they changed that shit.
Probably because of the IRA.
What IRA is in America? That had nothing to do with England.
Well, what am I saying? The IRA. I'm talking about the Irish that were bombing.
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking NRA. You said IRA. I'm thinking NRA. My bad. Yeah. But no, even they don't have guns. It's illegal. It's still illegal to be a citizen, I believe, in England to have a gun. In the whole, the British.
Really?
Yeah, Great Britain area, whatever. To have
no
guns.
gun owners in Britain.
No gun owners. No.
Wow.
No, only police. Only police. Yeah.
I wonder what the right side thinks about that, because they don't have a problem where the government is impeding on them. Because that's the fear here in America. It's like, you take our guns away, then we're at the whim of the government, right?
Right.
And you're saying that they did that in Britain, but
and Australia,
and they're not suffering. It's not like they're like, oh man, you guys are oppressing us.
No. Well, some would say, well, when they voted for it, so it don't matter. All these Americans, I'm gonna say, I don't know what the hell going on in Britain or whatever. I know in America,
Right.
If you stupid motherfuckers think that your guns is gonna stop you, if you think that your guns are going to stop your government from doing what the fuck it wants to do,
Right.
you are an idiot. We kill countries.
That's what I had a conversation with a friend of mine, my childhood friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking. He said something like that, and I said, "Well, you know, like if it was us against the army, we would lose. They have drones, they have tanks. You know what I mean? They have
Missiles, man.
missiles.
You name
Right.
it, they have it.
Right. You're not going to win.
You're not going to win.
It'd be like NBA playing against high school. You know what I mean?
It would be like NBA playing against 2-year-olds.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
It's not even a fair fight.
Right.
It's not even because a 2-year-old can actually walk.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we are with our guns. We can
Mhm.
actually walk.
Mm-hmm.
90% of these motherfuckers can't even aim and shoot.
Yeah.
Ain't zeroed a weapon.
So like Black Hawk now, wouldn't it be like just a remake of that?
I'm trying to think. That was what the Russians did. Well, I don't know what Black Hawk. You know how to watch movies.
Oh, I know they were fighting black-looking people, so I had to be somewhere in Africa. But the citizens did fairly well, but that's also because America had restrictions about what they could do to the country.
But again, I don't have any education.
It would be very detrimental because, like, America have to ask itself how far do we go with this? Because we want to keep America, right? We ain't trying to sit here and drop a nuclear bomb.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to keep the country together.
Do you think it'd be necessary to drop a nuclear bomb? It wouldn't be necessary.
Of course not. I mean,
No.
that's an end game. That's like
But
saying
it wouldn't even go that far.
no. It
Because
wouldn't go
first
far.
of all, you got state privilege. I'm speaking real GOP right now.
Mm.
You got state privileges.
Mm-hmm.
The states can decide to engage or not engage.
Right.
So now all they can do is zero in on the states who chose to engage.
And that's the big problem because
Right.
they don't have that kind of unity. Like if
Right.
they said we're gonna go up against government, it was like, but how many factions do you have?
Right.
Like all y'all, because someone can be like, well, I don't know, I gotta go to work on Monday. Because when you're talking about really going up against the government, that's treason.
Right.
Right.
Right. That going back to the Confederate motherfuckers. All you Confederate I'm gonna look at the camera. All you Confederate flag waving motherfuckers talking about your state right bullshit are a bunch of fucking traitors. I'm saying it's what I believe, and it's bullshit. Because all of y'all motherfuckers, if you want to say we believe in America, take your Confederate flag down, because that is non-American. I had an actual friend tell me, well, there was no America when they had the Civil War.
What?
I was like, what? You do realize, did you read his? We sat in history class together.
Right.
1776.
Right.
We fought against the British.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I don't know what year. I don't know what year the Civil War was,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like 18 something.
Yeah.
It was way after.
Mm-hmm.
Way after.
100 years later.
We
almost.
got our
Almost.
we became a country. We had the 13 stars and stripes.
Mhm. Mm-hmm. They wasn't even doing the 13s. It wasn't even the circle star flag then. I don't think.
No, it was. It was.
It was.
It was
during the Civil War.
Yes. Well,
it was still circle flag.
that was before the Civil War. That's what I'm saying. The 13 stars and stripes was because after we had 13 colonies
Uh-huh.
in America after we emancipated ourselves from England.
Right.
Right. That was the 13
Right.
circle. Right.
But during the Civil War.
But it was before the Civil War we had 13 stars and stripes.
No. I'm saying during the Civil War, it was the regular flag that we know today, right?
No, it wasn't 50 because we had 50 states.
Right.
Right.
So what was it? What the flag?
I don't know what the flag looked like then. I can't
Right.
talk on that.
But America was established almost.
But America was America.
Right.
It was America.
So if you separated from America and you bear arms against America, then that's treason.
Exactly.
Right.
You're a traitor. So
Right.
you want to wear your Confederate flag and talking about Southern rights?
Right.
You are a traitor. You are no different than Osama bin Laden.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put it out there.
You just
You are no different than Osama bin Laden.
Mm.
Period.
And interestingly enough, why doesn't the country go against these people who are bearing the Confederate flag, since it's a treasonous flag?
Warren, now you trying to get me in trouble because you know I'm gonna go there. You know it's called
I'm
white privilege.
Oh.
It's all white privilege. It's all white privilege. It's white privilege because you're in America. I'm sorry, this is gonna make so much noise in the goddamn. And obviously, if we talk about, I know American historian, I'm gonna say this shit all wrong, and it don't matter.
Mhm.
White landowners in America had rights. even though you may have been against America, but they still like, yo, we got to keep this shit together.
Right.
Somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
You still a white landowner.
Right.
We ain't going to take your shit from you.
Right.
Because we got to claim this shit. Because there are actual people who lived here. We took their shit from them.
You talking about post-Civil War?
I'm talking post-Civil War. After the Civil War.
Yes.
We ain't going to take your shit because we still got to fight these motherfuckers.
Right.
Who we stole their shit from.
Talking the Mexicans?
Whatever you want to call the Native, we won't call them the Native Americans.
Well, the further west you go, the more Mexican it was.
Well, no, as we talk about Civil War, it's East Coast. It was, if you think about
mostly
it wasn't very much on the West Side.
Right.
But nonetheless, we stole this shit.
Right.
So we can't be like, we got one band y'all asses up. And them niggas that we brought over too, we can't let them niggas be free either.
Well, actually, during the Reconstruction period, a lot of the blacks were taking office. And they
did in the South. Yes.
Right. And the South was furious.
Yes.
So furious, in fact, that the North had to bring down military assistance to guard the blacks who were now representatives of the state.
Right. And then redistricts, they redline that shit, or what they call it, gerrymandered.
Yes.
Gerrymandered they or put in the not the Jim Crow, Jim Crow, and then they put in
that's much later,
yeah, but the voter restriction laws. Where you had to be able to read and write and blah, that dumb shit.
Well, initially what happened was the North, it was costly for the North to keep those soldiers in those areas. Mm-hmm. And then there was an election, and the votes were close, and it was too close. So they made a deal with him. We won't do a recount if you will remove your troops from the South. And he agreed.
Wow.
And then that began the black code laws and all that kind of shit.
Right. Okay,
and some of the blacks were literally physically pulled from office. Physically.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So, this whole thing of, where they say, well, my grandfather came here, he didn't have anything.
Right.
He pulled himself up from the bootstraps. He had boots.
Right.
Like, you take our boots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Time and time again.
Right.
To the point where you don't want to try because you see what happens when someone succeeds.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Mississippi Burning. You remember that movie?
I don't watch movies.
Right. Well, in that movie, 2 FBI agents came down to look at the missing 3 people that set off this whole thing in the South in Mississippi, where 3 social justice people came down there and they went missing. A Jew, a white guy, and a black guy. Remember that? They went missing.
But anyway,
well, that's history.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, they did a story about it, and the 2 agents were riding around and they were having a conversation, and he's talking about his father, and he said,
one time we were driving down the road and we passed Monroe's place and we saw it was empty. He just packed up and left, I guess, going up north or something. I looked over at my daddy's face and I knew he'd done it. And he saw that I knew. He was ashamed. I guess he was ashamed. He looked at me and he said, if you ain't any better than a nigger, son, who are you better than?
So what I'm saying is, and this happened in real life, where if I have a grocery store,
right,
if it makes you feel some kind of way, you just burn down my grocery store. Right. My uncle, who came home from World War II, he was murdered because they thought he was being proud by walking around in his military suit, because it made them feel some kind of way, because we are the bottom. Right. So you can't have the bottom looking better than you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a status thing. Right. Like, well, goddamn. You know what I mean? So they arrested my uncle and they killed him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So people say, well, how is it you guys been free all these years and you're still here? That's because we really haven't been free all these years. Right. When you say free on paper, doesn't mean free in life. If you look at all the rest of them papers, they didn't wrote some papers. They said, no, we're not freeing them. It's illegal to not have a job. It was illegal to be publicly drunk. It was illegal to have a gun. And then it had sundown laws where you ain't. If you're on the wrong side of this part of town at sundown, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're going to jail. How are we supposed to prosper? The hell? And then ask, well, why y'all got a problem with it? And then you got the Klan, who is a terrorist group that you won't. Well, to this day, won't demolish. Won't demolish. I'll tell you something else, because I went to film school, and one of the most important films in film history is Birth of a Nation.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's about the Klan,
Yeah.
whose purpose was to save white women and children from the black beast. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was one of the biggest movies of that time.
Right.
He showed it. W.D. Griffith showed it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
He got a standing ovation.
Right.
Now think about the country that a black person is in when your government gives that movie a standing ovation.
The part that when you told me about it, and I actually that's the movie I actually watched.
Right.
When they were showing the black people who were in the Senate, they had them sitting up with their feet kicked up with no shoes on, eating chicken bones and shit.
Right.
And I was like, we ain't doing that. We just clowning around, they ain't doing that.
Yeah.
These are intelligent people.
Manufactured fear.
Yeah. Went through a struggle to get where they are, and your depiction of them is cool.
Right. But that's their fear. So you create the monster, and then you fear it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Everything that we are not here is your fault.
Period.
I saw a bumper sticker 20 years ago that said, if I had known all this, I would have picked my own cotton. I'm like, shit, I wish you would have.
How about that?
How about that? Right.
How about that? But since your ass, but then again, the fact that your ass even had the audacity to put that in your car.
Yeah.
If I would have picked my own goddamn cotton.
Yeah.
Because actually, and again, I am no historian. But the belief, or the story is that they didn't even know how to cultivate the land, period, anyway. They had to give people other cultures to cultivate the land because they didn't quite understand it.
Well, the Native Americans taught them how to do it. The problem America had was we need to play catch up. We're a new country, and we are behind, so we need to play catch up. And so if you're a business and you just started,
right,
every other business is ahead of you,
right.
So what's better than free labor? Think about where we worked at that warehouse. Imagine if you had all those workers in there and you didn't have to pay them.
Right.
Woo.
Right.
Woo. And you could work them like
as many hours as you want.
As you want to work them.
Right.
You're gonna catch up quick.
Real quick.
And that's the plan.
Yeah, but so with that being said, I get it, but I still look at the I'm not having a brain fart right now. But the influx of other goods from other countries and information from other countries that also help. It's one thing to say that, okay, well, the European traveled to Africa and they grabbed the slaves to help them because they already figured out how to do it. Mm-hmm. But if you look at their own culture, they didn't even know how to do it there.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were in Europe.
In Europe,
in Europe,
they don't make cotton in England.
The big thing is classism in Europe, right?
Well, right. But what I'm saying is that when you talk about agriculture, they're not a big agricultural state.
So
or union.
I don't know. I just know it was very crowded, and you had people sleeping with the pigs and sleeping with the horses.
I do.
Right.
Well, I will say that they don't grow. They ain't got no big ass trees.
It's what I know is
they grow wheat.
I know that it was overcrowded, and I know that they were sleeping with the livestock.
Okay.
And what happened was when they came to America, contrary to popular belief, which is like they actually killed all the Native Americans.
Right.
It was their actual diseases, right, that they were immune to.
Right.
Was actually killing
off.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was like, God, gross.
Yeah.
I'm sick just talking to you. What the hell? You know? And so it was that.
But if we talk about the African in America,
right,
it's because we knew how to cultivate, because we had a area that grew produce.
Right.
It's the climate worked.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Cotton gin created by a black man.
Huh?
The cotton gin was created by a black man.
Right. Make a better way to cultivate this goddamn cotton.
Right.
Hell, so the street life.
I got to do a job anyway. I'm trying to help you. Help me help you.
I'm going to help me help myself. Right. That's what he was doing. Like, fuck this. I'm sitting here doing this goddamn shit.
Right.
Hey, can I make...
Right.
Yeah. But the fact that they understood how to work in that climate.
Yeah.
Whereas the white man, being the European, didn't know how to work the land in that climate.
I don't know how true that is. I do know that they knew that themselves wasn't going to catch up.
Well, here's the question I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask this question. How many countries develop cotton? Or grow cotton?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Neither do I.
Do they grow cotton in Africa?
Yes,
I don't know.
they do.
Yeah, I know. The Queen was at first authorizing the production of tobacco,
Right.
cotton,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what else it was. But she was funding this. She was funding this whole thing, and I don't. And then obviously, bad blood started happening. Like, well, we're tired of paying you. We're so far in debt. We're just tired of paying you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they kept raising the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like, well, we need some more money. Let's go fleece these niggas over here.
Let's use geographical locations.
Right.
You're from Connecticut.
Connecticut.
I'm from Ohio.
Yes.
Do they grow cotton in either of those states?
I don't know.
No. The answer is no.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank, no.
Okay.
It's too fucking cold. So if you take it, if you take it and put the horizontal, there's a horizontal horizontal line across in England.
Right.
They lying right around Connecticut.
Okay.
It's cold. They don't grow fucking